So off we go. Leading the way is the Marshal's Land Rover, probably the most abused vehicle in the British Army and in the entire world. Followed by, in white, a Daimler Ferret, which is an armoured car. Followed by that is an ambulance, again based on the Land Rover, and another Land Rover. And behind that Land Rover, another Land Rover. And behind that Land Rover, don't you get it, another Land Rover. Why is the Ferret in white? People always ask me, why is the Ferret in white? Is it for Arctic? It's actually no, it's a United Nations vehicle, so it makes it much easier for the enemy to shoot at it because they can see it against the green background. Meant to be neutral, but always abused, poor things. As you can see, guys, coming through now, we've got quads, we've got off-road vehicles, and we've got, in white and black, a genuine Falkland Islands War veteran. That was used in the Falklands. As you go up and see it parked up, we've got pictures of the actual vehicle in the Falklands. So it's a over-snow vehicle, troops sit in the back, and the driver sits in the front, nice and warm. And that is a genuine Falklands veteran. Followed by some Daimler Ferrets and a number of weapon-equipped Land Rovers. As you see, the Land Rover, most commonest vehicle to get into the hobby with because it's relatively easy to find and now not so cheap as it used to be. But there's a great way to get into this hobby. You'll notice also darting about in between everything, various motorbikes and motorcycles. I'm not a motorbike man, but I'll get them to tell us all about their motorbikes because, as I said, I'm not a great one on the old bike. Very strange now, Australian Penrite ambulance. As you see, it's a Land Rover with extra wheels. So the Aussies like being different. It's a sort of kangaroo type idea. Behind that, we've got our Odyssey camp and a parade of motorcycles, another Ferret. As you can see, quite a famous favourite vehicle of the collector's world. And followed up by that, we've got some CVRTs. Now, the CVRTs are all combat vehicle reconnaissance tracks. They're not tanks, they're actually reconnaissance vehicles, but they are used as tanks. We've got a Sabre, and I believe it's a Stormer. But don't quote me on that, but get it from the people when we have a chat with them. They are now noticed rolling up, pouring out black smoke, is a gun truck. This is a Vietnam era vehicle with an anti-aircraft 450 caliber machine guns in the back. So when that thing opens up, it literally shreds everything around it. So that's the Vietnam era gun truck. Very unusual vehicles, absolutely, totally indispensable on convoys in Vietnam. I promise I won't sing. As you can see now, we've got a number of heavily equipped Land Rovers coming through. You've got various humble Land Rover, multi-service vehicle, ends up getting covered in guns, covered in rocket launchers, covered in kit and equipment, used in long-range reconnaissance roles, used to fight battles. All jobs it's not really designed to do, but they kind of morph into that activity. The vast majority of activities, though, vehicles like that are either strike vehicles to attack point targets or to bring back information. The Daimler Ferret is a classic example of that. It's like a little mini tank. It's designed purely to get information, bring it back, and then pass said information along to various agencies so they can form their battle plans and form their general what's going to happen in a war scenario, or what are the enemy up to. The little all-terrain vehicles you see flying past, the little ATVs, sheep farmers use them. They're used now, they've been used successfully for casualty evacuation and for resupply of ammunition to different areas and for different things. So all sorts of different roles. Again, a civilian vehicle can be stand and utilised and used. Now, as you can see, these vehicles whizzing by you are kicking up a fair amount of dust. Now, in the Second World War, there's signs all over the place in the Western Desert and in Europe saying dust equates to death. So what happens is you give your position away over a longer distance, because remember your enemy is doing the reconnaissance as well as everybody else, and you can see the dust kicking up, and that's basically giving you away. Sabre going through, you have the Sabre, 30mm Rodent cannon, reconnaissance vehicle, again designed really for finding the enemy, but the gun is only to protect it. However, when you've got a potent weapon system on it like that, they do get used to fight battles for fire suppression. All the Land Rovers you see set up like the SAS, Special Air Service one, or are all designed for specific roles, attacking Scud missiles, reconnaissance for attacking point targets like airfields, bridges, railway intersections, motorway intersections, things of a strategic target. You also notice a number of all the different colours, obviously sand for fighting in desert, white for fighting in the snow, green, most common colour for everywhere. And as you can see, when they go past, the owners of these vehicles put a lot of effort into getting all the right kit bolt onto the side. Nice big smoky old Rio coming through there, the old Rio dump truck. They used to paint these garish colours and have a look at the stalls and the various stands that all these vehicles are on, and have a chat with the owners, have a chat with the various people on the stalls, and they'll be only stands. They'll be only too happy to tell you all about their vehicles, what they can do, who they own, how they put them together, where they find it, all those various different things that you can get. The motorbikes, again, motorbikes are great. They're used for reconnaissance, they're used for looking after traffic, they're used for general activities, sitting between different areas, different between different locations as a means of passing information and sometimes getting a bloke from A to B or a lady from A to B on the battlefield area. Usually the goals by the SAS and scout riders to seek out and find where the enemy were, and then they'd ride back and tell the strike unit to go in and attack. Once the SAS got into Iraq, the Scud missiles stopped dead. So they went out, sniffed it out, found them and destroyed them. So, as General Schwarzkopf said, General Bernard de la Villiers taught him exactly how to use special forces, one of the most successful combinations of British and American cooperation in any field of battle. So as I said, guys are whizzing around, giving you a good look at their various vehicles. Very easy to live with military vehicles, people work or don't. Once you get one, you usually end up with at least 3 or 4. It's like an addiction, they just sort of take over. And that's when you end up with a garage full, a barn full, or a farm full of various vehicles of all different shapes, forms and descriptions. As I said, you will not get many any earlier today, you won't get many today, basically very rare to find those, and very, very expensive. It's actually really on the region, so, you know,